we disagreed with the decision immediately. So the immediate steps were to determine what power we had to respond to that. Obviously, that came in the form of the Department of Justice, came in the form of the CDC acting and putting out the statements that they did. But we also don't take photos of flights as data about how the country reacts to issues. As whether they're ripping off their masks or not. I mean, our focus here was seeing what power we had to preserve what we felt was in the public health interest of the country.
Mr. President, should people continue to wear masks on planes?
That's up to them.
Are you going to like to appeal the ruling or the ruling that the judge made striking down the mandate?
I haven't spoken to the CDC yet. So, thank you. All right. So, here we are.
A shift in thinking in the administration away from mandates toward more personal responsibility.
Well, the president was answering the question quite literally, which means right now, as you know, we are not implementing the mask mandate because of the court order, which we disagree with. While he is still abiding by CDC guidance, and we recommend Americans do that across the country, they're still recommending people wear masks on airplanes. On Air Force One, which of course is a federal, not a private plane, we all wore masks on the plane when we traveled to New Hampshire yesterday. But we are not, people are not legally bound to wear masks. So it is a point in time where it is up to people, it is their choice in that regard.
A couple quick ones on mask mandate. The DOJ said yesterday that they would decide essentially whether or not to appeal that ruling based on what the CDC says they need or don't need. Is the White House or the cabinet involved in any way in that decision-making process?
Well, we are entirely able to and legally able to be a part of the discussion, but right now we of course are deferring to the CDC on what they believe is needed at this moment. They obviously put in place this 2-week extension because they felt they needed that to take a look at the data, given that we've seen a rise in cases. So we certainly anticipate to hear more from them soon on their ask for being able to have that time, which we think is entirely warranted. And the Department of Justice, as you noted, has indicated that they would appeal, not just because they think it's entirely reasonable, of course, to have this additional time to look at it, but because they think that for current and future public health crises, we want to preserve that authority for the CDC to have in the future.
And then just when you said a moment ago that it literally is a personal choice as to whether people decide to put a mask on or not on planes, does that messaging still reflect a shift for you all and maybe to some degree a capitulation to just the mood of the public about wanting to be over this pandemic, or people who have politicized the wearing of masks in the first place?
Well, first I would say we continue to recommend everyone wear masks on planes. What the president was speaking to is, of course, because we are not currently implementing the mask mandate, it is not a requirement, so people can choose, even as we recommend it. But to be clear, we are recommending everyone wear masks on planes. That is what the CDC is recommending. That is the public health guidance we are following. I would note, I know this is often said, and maybe some of it is because there was the video of people on one plane taking off their masks. Public polling does not actually show that there is a universal view of people getting rid of masks. That's not actually what public polling shows. Now, it doesn't matter to us because we are making our decisions based on public health and data and what the CDC is recommending. But that is not the universal view of the public.